Yeah, it's CC, CEO. Wanna change your life? Come see me, yo. I'ma teach you how to build up wealth for your family, not just for yourself. I'm a bestseller, a house flipper, a businesswoman, a go-getter, a big investor, a gold builder that could teach you to get richer like millions, baby. You really about to fill your savings. You about to have multiple streams to pass your children, baby. Let me teach you to get your credit on track in the long run. You'll make it all back at Catalyst and watch it all sack. Watch your black-owned firm, but we ain't all black.
Hey, what's up, everybody? How y'all doing? It's your girl, Constance Carter, and happy Friday. We are live. You know, people always ask me, are you really live? Are you going really live? Yeah, I really be live. And you know what? I love to talk to you. This is a dialogue and not a monologue. And so I want to make sure that you talk back to me, talk black to me, because everything I tell you, everything I say is for your benefit and for the benefit of the community. Oh, y'all hear that? So listen, fun fact, the intro song that I got that comes on every day, it's actually part of a whole little rap that me and some ladies from Catalyst, which is the largest black owned firm, but we ain't all black firm, that I am the broker of, that I started and I built. And a lot of you just seen the little clip. I really am live. Yes, still, Bill, I really am live. So let me just give you a little snippet of it. Wait, where is that?
Then we got you.
Wait, let me go back. Y'all see that? Hey,
Yeah.
let's go.
Hey, ladies.
Y'all see me?
If you got your two, and your two,
Yeah, you.
then we got you.
Hey.
We got you. If you got your two, and your two, then we got you. Yeah, we got you. 2 years taxes, 2 months bank, 2 pay stubs. You ain't even got.
All right, just wanted to showcase that. It was on my heart to do. What's up, everybody? What's up, Justin, my man, Justin? Hey, listen, we got a special guest in the house today, you guys. Justin is on watching. Listen, Justin is the CEO of Maestro. And actually, one of the things I'm going to be talking about today is something that Justin does. But Justin is the CEO of Maestro. If you have not heard of Maestro, Maestro is a software platform that helps people take their intellectual property and monetize, which is I'm going to talk about that today. So this brother is a multi-millionaire, and he actually happens to be a good friend of mine. And he actually is, you know, I've spoken at his conferences. He's coming and he's talking to the ladies of the Net 7 Collective with me. And so he's actually going to be speaking to the ladies next week. But Justin, what's up? Thank you for tuning in. He's back in the States. Yes, he was supposed to be there last week on our call, but he was stuck in Africa. I mean, a great place to be stuck. But I just want to come on real quick. I ain't trying to be on here all day because I got things to do. It's Friday night and I got stuff to do. So, but I do want to talk to you about some side hustles and some revenue streams. But here's the thing about that. I'm only talking about this because I want you to get used to having multiple revenue streams. The Bible says that we should have 7. And then it said, no, 8 revenue streams in case a disaster strikes. What happened in 2020, you guys? What happened in 2020? Anybody know what happened in 2020? And oh, by the way, make sure you're sharing this. Make sure you hit the like, the subscribe. I am Constance Carter, CC the CEO on YouTube, the Fly Nubian Queen. Make sure you're subscribing and hitting the like button and sharing, please, please, please. I need all the views because I get about 3 views on my page, really. So thank God this goes out to millions of people on about 8 other platforms. But on my personal YouTube, y'all gonna be showing sister love. So go over to Constance Carter too, CC the CEO, and subscribe to my page. Anyway, what happened in 2020? Anybody know what happened in 2020? Yeah, me. COVID happened. Yes, Still Bill. Thank you so much for saying that. COVID happened in 2020, and many of us were caught with our pants down. Many of us did not have an alternate or any other revenue stream, which we should always be prepared. Now, I'm grateful. Like I told you earlier, I built the largest black-owned real estate firm in California. I no longer am in California. I now am in the DC, the DMV area. And the great thing about that is because I have so many revenue, if I was just relying on one revenue stream, I probably wouldn't be making it. But not only do I have the real estate, I have a mortgage company, I own a cannabis dispensary, I have books, right? I have online training courses. I have t-shirts. This t-shirt right here, grow your money, don't blow your money. I have t-shirts. What else I got? What else I do? I coach people. So I have many revenue streams. I do Airbnbs. I have my car on Turo. I got an RV. I'm about to put that thing on the RV place, the RV thing where you rent out your RV. I monetize everything. Anything that I can monetize, I try to monetize everything. And I think a lot of times we have missed opportunities because we're not monetizing things that we actually could monetize. So that's what I want to talk to you about today. Okay. But I really want to get into, so the side hustles is just that. It's a side hustle. It's a way to make some extra income. I'm not really talking about your passion because I really want you to focus on your passion, because most people have a passion and desire. Some people don't know what it is. Number one, most people, even if you do know what it is, you're not operating in your passion. 81% of Americans do not even love their jobs. Okay. 80% of Americans go to school and they don't even work in the major that they majored in, the area that they majored in. And so we're just going and we're living and we're existing and we may be content. You might be a little happy, but you're not living in your passion. You're not focused on your dreams. You're not doing the thing that you really want to do. For me, if I died today, you guys, if I died today, I will be happy because I've accomplished not everything that I want to accomplish, but I've made some sort of impact. Everything I do, it revolves around helping somebody else. Everything I do. And then I have some other investments because as an investor, here's the thing. We go through the evolution of life. Most of us, 99% of us are employees, right? If you ever seen the cash flow quadrant by Robert Kiyosaki, most of us are employees. Right? I've been an employee before. Before I got into real estate, I did IT. I was an IT analyst. Then we get to self-employed. I was a self-employed person when I was a real estate agent. I'm self-employed, right? So I can make as much money as I wanted to, but if I don't work, I don't eat. Then you become a business owner. Then I became a business owner when I opened up Catalyst Real Estate Professionals. What did I do? I had other people who worked for me. Other people were making money and I didn't have to work so hard. I still worked. But other people were working for me. And then I became an investor where my money made money. And that's ultimately what you want to get to. So some of my things are investments that my money is making money. I got money, money in engines that's generating compounded interest. I got money in the stock market. I got money in real estate. So I have money in other areas that's generating interest, that's yielding money. That's me as an investor. I'm still a business owner because I have a business and or processes, things, courses, trainings, things like that make me money when I don't even have to do anything. Ultimately, you want to get there. Right now, I just want to get you positioned so that you could fire your employer and you could start working on your dreams. How does that sound? Y'all want to fire your employer and start working on your dreams? Yeah, because the big thing is, Les Brown had a really cool quote, and it's one of the most poignant things that I've said. He said that the graveyard, what did he say? He said that the graveyard is the richest place on earth because here you find the hopes and the dreams that were never fulfilled, the books that were never written. Listen, y'all, I ain't never wanted to be an author. And I'm not the big ideation person. So all the things that I just told you about, these weren't even my ideas. This t-shirt line, it was not my idea, but I make money doing it. The books were not my ideas. Somebody said, you should write a book on credit since you know so much about credit. And I wrote a book on credit. Guess what? It's helped thousands of people with their credit score. Okay. Never had a desire to be an author. Never in my life. Like that was so far from my radar, but I wanted to help people and make a bigger impact. Now, is this something I can live off alone? No, but because Amazon get most of this money. But at the end of the day, this is something that helps people and it makes me money. It's another form of income. Okay. He said the songs that were never sung. Yo, I got a song. Damn, I'm hitting all the targets. I got a song. You see this song right here?
Worry about her. Cause if you got your two, and your two, then we got you.
All right. Let me quick on it. So, the songs that were never written, they're cures that, I ain't cured nobody, but cures that were never discovered. All because someone was too afraid to take the first steps, keep with the problem, or determined to carry out their dream. How many of you guys have dreams and goals and things that you want to do, but you've been too scared? And I ask people because I talk to people, because I coach people, what's your fear? Why haven't you gotten to what you wanted to do? I'm going to ask you, put it in the comments box. I know you have things that you've always wanted to do. What stopped you from doing what it is that you want to do? That's my question to you. Ethel said I'm arrogant. I just want to be an inspiration, Ethel. Ethel said, I'm glad she got it going on because she's arrogant. I just want to be an inspiration because I'm a chick from San Jose, California. Didn't come from nothing. I'm sharing this with you because I want to tell you that I'm a regular person. And if I can do it, you can do it too. That's the point. But if my success is making you feel small, I'm not going to dim my light for you, sweetheart. Anyway, for you, the things that you always wanted to do, what has stopped you from getting there? That's what I want to know. The people that I talk to, what stopped them is they have a fear of success, right? If I'm successful, maybe I won't be able to keep up with my success. Maybe it's going to change my life in some way. A fear of failure. So if you fail, I'm going to be embarrassed. I'm going to eat crow. I'm going to have egg on my face. People are going to talk about me. People are going to laugh at me. Now, let me tell you, I have been embarrassed so many times as I started my journey, Ethel. My journey has not always been here. I had to go here. And obviously you don't know anything about me because the reason why this book came about was because I filed bankruptcy and had a 379 credit score. And what I did is I used my hardships as a blueprint so I could help other people. So why don't you pick up my book so that you can learn something too? But that's the thing, is being able to utilize something so that, you could be able to help other people. But success or fail or embarrassment. Let me go back to embarrassment. Starting out in real estate, I had this broke down Ford Windstar minivan. I deleted it. I had this broke down white Ford Windstar minivan. I think it was probably like a 1998 or 97 or something like that. And sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't. Sometimes the door will fly open. And so I'm taking some clients around. I'm driving, right? And I'm mortified. I'm like so nervous because I know this car was raggedy and I was brand new, right? So I'm driving and I turn the corner. And I'm looking in the rear view mirror. The wife is in the front, the husband's in the back, and the door flies open. And I look and I see, and the husband is holding on for dear life, trying to stay in the car. I was mortified. I was embarrassed. Okay. Now, if I would have relied on my embarrassment and the things that I had been through, I would have never gotten anywhere. These books that I've written that have helped thousands and thousands of people, they would have never come into fruition if I allowed my fear and my embarrassment to stop me. I could be embarrassed by the shit that people say on here, but I'm not. I actually love it. I welcome it. So if you have some critiques or some criticism, bring it because I love to talk to you anyway. Y'all don't bother me at all. Trust. But that embarrassment, it sparked me. What it did is it made me overcompensate with my service. It made me want to be the best that I could be. What I do understand is that you have to run faster, jump as a black woman, run faster, jump higher, work harder, push further just to be considered equal. I built this real estate company. People would not come work for me simply because I was black. But my business was great. It was amazing. It was dope. But because I'm a black woman, right? And if I would have let that stop me being a black woman in a white male dominated field, I would have never been able to impact the people that I've been able to impact. I've helped thousands of people build their real estate portfolio. Had I been in my fear, and I'm only saying this is because I want you to step out of your fear and stop thinking about you and your failures or the fear that you have, and think about the other people that you can help as a result of you walking in your purpose. Because your purpose is not for you. God didn't give you your purpose for you. He gave it to you to help somebody else. Okay. So I need you to step away from that thing that's holding you back, the lies that you've told yourself, the handcuffs that you've placed on yourself. And I want you to start walking in the thing that you want to walk in. Okay. But the thing about it is sometimes we don't have the extra money. Starting a business requires an investment. We have to make investments. And so having side hustles will help. Now, I want you to think about something that you've really wanted to do, that you've always wanted to do. Think about something that you've always wanted to do. And let's focus on how do we make that happen? How do we manifest that? There's some things that I do every day, some rituals that I do every day. I get up now, I'm 47 years old, and I have some great successes, and I'm very grateful for the things that God has blessed me with. But I still get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. I still go to the gym. I still pray. I still visualize. I still meditate. I still do all those things to keep my mind focused on the things that I need to be focused on. So there are some things that you should be doing every day to prepare yourself so that you can walk in your purpose. You don't just wake up one day and say, okay, you got to prime your mind and get it focused and centered so that you could reach your goal, so that you could do that thing. But a lot of us don't know how to prime and center ourselves so that we can get to those things. Now, keep in mind, you have ideas, People have ideas. And like I said, the things that I've done, the things that I do, they're not of my own idea. I think it's so dope for the people who, like you, who have ideas, because I don't have the great ideas. I'm not the brilliant mind. I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed. I just execute. And for those that are sitting on these brilliant ideas, understand that if you don't do it, somebody else is going to do it and it's going to get done. But just because somebody else does it doesn't mean that you shouldn't be doing it. The idea doesn't belong to he who thinks it. It belongs to he who executes it. And there is somebody sitting on $1 million idea, $1 billion idea, but you're afraid to launch. We disguise our procrastination as planning because we are afraid to launch. Sometimes we just got to be like Nike and just do it. So the Bible says we have to have 7, and then it said no 8 revenue streams in order to, in case a disaster strikes the land. And I want you to know that it is your time now to start walking in your purpose. I'm going to get to the side hustles in a minute because I'm going to give you some practical things that you could do to start earning money right now. But I want to just kind of put in your mind and put in your spirit that you need to start walking in your purpose. Step away from that limited thinking that you've placed on yourself, that you can't do something because of something, because I live over here. I live in the Midwest. I don't live in the right area. I didn't come from the right zip code. I didn't come from the right family. I'm not of the right pedigree. You have everything that you need inside of you to make whatever you need to happen. You just have to take the blinders off. You just have to take the shackles off. And you can do anything you want to do. I have a double negative. I was telling somebody I was coaching the other day. I didn't say it was a double negative. I said she had a triple thing that somebody wanted. She was black, female. She was a lesbian. And I was telling her how to get into some spaces and places and be able to utilize that, because a lot of companies wanted to want to work with black people, want to work with women, and want to work with the LGBT community, right? In my case, in some cases, so for me, same thing. I have 2 things that can either go for me or go against me. I'm black and I'm a woman. And so many of us let that black or that woman thing get in the way of us reaching our goals and our purpose. Listen, we got more power in the palm of our hands with our phones than they had when they put the man on the moon. Technology is everything, y'all. We do not have to be bound to or confined to having nobody approve us for a loan, having a brick and mortar. Listen, I had 2 offices. The funny thing is, I was just talking to this guy last night. I was at a business conference. Now I've been moved from the West Coast to the East Coast, and I was at a business conference last month or maybe 2 months ago, and it was all the political leaders in this area and where I live, and it was all the political leaders and business leaders. And while we were at this networking event where all these players were, I was like looking out at the water, and I was just like in awe, and it was kind of bittersweet for me, because I was like, damn. 2 years ago, just 2 years ago, I was on the West Coast. I was doing a grand opening for 2 of my businesses, 2 of my buildings. One I owned, one I leased. And my life looked very different than it does today. And so a lot of things shifted for me. Some good, some bad, some great, some horrible, some terrible. I've been through like ebbs and flows over the last couple of years. But I'm so grateful that God has gave me these provisions, but it was all the planning and the preparation that I've done to set the foundation to be able to get here. Had I not done that priming and prepping, I wouldn't be here today. A lot of people wouldn't be able to stomach the things that I've been through and still be able to rise to the occasion the way I have. I can't tell you my business, but I've been through a lot over the last couple of years, but it's all been for the better, because I work smarter. My motto used to be nobody works harder than Constance Carter. It's not that no more. I'm not the first one in the office and the last one at home. Now I'm home with my kids. I'm present. I'm here. I'm available. I make the same amount of money, and I have more time. So before, I was focused on, because I wasn't always available to my children, I focused on the quality of time over the quantity. I didn't have a whole lot of time. You know, I only had 25% of that 25, but of that 25% that I was able to give to them, I gave them 100%. But now I can give them maybe 75% and give them 100% of that 75%. That's even better. But I don't even know why I said that. I don't even know why that came up. I guess I was just reminiscing. Oh, I'm just talking about walking in your purpose. This is my purpose work. So where I am today, I'm extremely happy. I'm not even gonna go there. Sorry, somebody's texting me. So I want to make sure that you are launching. I want to make sure that even if you feel like you are not, that you can't do something or that you failed, understand failure is only practice. Thomas Edison said, it's not that I failed 10,000 times. I just found 10,000 ways it don't work. But that 10,001 time made electricity. We wouldn't be sitting here in the light right now if Thomas Edison was really the one who did it, right? Or if you ever heard of WD-40. You know why it's called WD-40? Because it didn't work 39 times, but that 40th try got it done. You want to know why it's called Formula 409, the spray, the clean spray? Because they tried 408 ways that didn't work. And that 409th way actually worked. So if you try to launch because you've masked your procrastination as planning because you have fear of failure, you're afraid to launch, understand that failure is a part of the process. I failed tremendously. I filed bankruptcy, had a 379 credit score, but I stand on those failures today because I was able to use my hardships as a blueprint to help somebody else, to help other people. And that's what I want you to realize. A lot of times the things that we go through, they're not for us, they're for other people. Okay. So if you get yourself out of that mindset, it's like my agents, I would always tell them, they would say, why would it, especially rookie agent, why would anybody choose me? Why would anybody pick me? And it's like, no, you provide value because there's such a need for people like you in this country. Real estate has been taken from us. Wealth in this country is 90% of wealth in this country is generated through real estate. 90% is passed intergenerationally. 80% is generated through real estate. You are in the best position to be able to help people. And because there's been so much discrimination, redlining, predatory practices, even today, they need people like you. You provide a value. You provide a service. So think about what it is you do. And that's how I know when I'm walking in my purpose, because whatever it is I'm doing it to add value to somebody else. So what can you do to add value to somebody else? And think about that. Focus on that. Meditate on that. Pray on that. And then start to change your routine so that you can operate in that. Okay? All right. So again, the side hustles. Okay, let me go back. Patrick Arter said, "You remember my van? How you remember my van? You ain't know me that long. What are you talking about?" Let's see. Procrastination. Everybody's talking about procrastination. How many overthinkers do we have on here? Or how many people overanalyze everything, suffer from analysis paralysis, always thinking. And that thinking stops you from making moves. How many of us have been paralyzed by the thoughts in our mind because we've overanalyzed every single thing, and it cripples us from being able to do anything? That's a lot of us. And somebody in the world is waiting on you to make your move. All right. So let's talk about some side hustles, and then I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here. Okay. So I mentioned some side hustles that I do. So Turo. If you haven't heard of Turo, and this again, guys, this is to get your money up. Okay. I want you to get your money up because I don't want you to be doing side hustles for the rest of your life. This really is the foundation for you to get some extra money so that you could build your $1 million empire. There is enough business out there for us, everybody on here that's looking right now, for us all to get paid. I don't care if there's 100 people that are doing the same thing as you. They're not you. And you can reach people that they aren't able to reach. So the side hustles that I'm talking to you about are not things that I'm telling you to do long term. I'm telling you to get an injection of cash in so that you can start working on your purpose work. Okay. Zig Ziglar said, if you can make other people successful, then you can in turn be a success. If you can make other people millionaires, then you in turn can be a millionaire. So how many people can you add value to by walking in your purpose? But get there. Let's get you some side hustles. Okay. So I got Turo. So I have an extra car. It just sits out there. I have a Range Rover out there that I rarely drive, but my kids kind of drive it every now and then. It's on Turo. What's Turo? I have it on Turo where it makes every time somebody, I rent it out, $150 every time somebody rents it out. That takes care of the car note. That takes care of the gas. Takes care of the insurance. And it brings a little extra money in my pocket. So you can rent out your car on Turo. I think there's another site too besides Turo. Okay. Or maybe you don't have an extra car, but maybe you have some extra time. You can do Uber Eats, DoorDash. You can do Instacart if you don't know anything. I'm sure everybody these days knows about all of those different services to where you can use your car, use your time, go shopping for somebody else, and earn some extra money. Okay. There's a site called Rover where you can play with people's dogs. How many dog people we have here? Not me. I ain't a dog person. Some of you may not have extra properties, right? I have a couple of Airbnbs. And right now, Airbnb, actually, to be honest with you, it's a little slow. It's a little slower than normal, but it's still paying my mortgages. It's not giving me the cash flow that I once had. And I don't know why. I think something is going on with the way they're pricing or something, but people aren't Airbnb as much as they used to. But it's still taking care of business. But even if you don't have an extra property, perhaps you have an extra room. One of the people that I'm coaching right now, she put her room, she's a single woman, she has a few rooms, and she put a room on Airbnb because she wants to get enough cash flow so that could actually take care of her mortgage. So you could Airbnb a room, because that's actually how Airbnb had started out. It didn't start out as people renting their houses. It started out as people renting their rooms. So that's something that you can do. Upwork, if you heard of Upwork, Fiverr, freelance.com, these are freelancing sites. So if you have some kind of skill set, maybe you have a great voice and you want to do voiceovers. Maybe my book cover, graphic designer, I got them on Fiverr. All of my book covers were done on Fiverr. Yeah, they're all on Fiverr, right? So maybe you're a graphic designer. Maybe you have some administrative skills. Maybe you could be a virtual assistant. All of those things, right? You have some extra time where you can earn some extra money. You can go on Fiverr, Fiverr. You can go on Upwork. I hire people off of both of those sites to do certain jobs for me. They make flyers, it's all kind of things. They do presentations, they do pitch decks. If I'm doing a presentation for someone, there's all kind of, so check out Fiverr. It's somewhere that you can actually get. So if you're a business owner, Fiverr, a graphic artist on Fiverr can make your business look like $1 million business. But if you're not a graphic artist, or if you're not a business owner and maybe you are and have some kind of administrative skills, maybe you are a technical writer, perhaps you are an editor. Actually, my first book editor, Upwork. And there's different pricing. So I know someone who told me about Upwork, and when I looked at, they got a really, really cheap editor, and it was reflective on their book because their book had a lot of errors on it. So you can have, good quality, you could have poor quality. It just all depends. The lady who edited this, she was from Australia. So there were some grammar things that she wasn't in alignment with. And I was like, wait a minute. And so I had to make sure that it was done properly. But, Upwork, you can be an editor if you're an editor. Utilize AI and ChatGPT. If you don't know about ChatGPT, with what you can do today, you can make millions with ChatGPT. There are so many things that you could do. You could write books with ChatGPT. You can do trainings with ChatGPT. You can, the list goes on, and you can make millions of dollars on ChatGPT and AI. It's crazy. I have somebody in my collective that does reselling. She does thrifting. She does that full time. She was able to quit her job because she goes thrifting. She buys things wholesale. She buys things in bulk, maybe some stuff on Alibaba, and then she resells it on places like Poshmark and eBay, Amazon. You could resell on Amazon. You could actually get a store on Amazon, and you could resell some things on Amazon, and you get paid a commission by what you sell on Amazon. You could drop ship. So these shirts that I have right now, I told you I have a shirt, they're drop shipped. So I don't keep an inventory with me. You go to my website, you order my shirt. It comes from a warehouse. They send you the shirt. I get paid. So you could have mugs, you can have candles, you have sweatsuits, you can have hats. I have hats, I have shirts. I have, the things you used to put over your face when it was COVID, not the masks, but I forget what they're called. I sell all of those on my website. If you go to ConstanceCarter.com, and you can look up my merch and see the merch that I have, but that's drop shipping. I don't do anything. It sells on Etsy. It sells on Shopify, and it's on 3. Can't remember the third one. Okay. You can get paid to watch videos online. How many of you guys have time to watch videos online? You can go to Swagbucks and get paid to watch videos online. Maybe you're a babysitter. Go to care.com and you could become a babysitter. You could be an online tutor. Guess what? Some people are lonely out there and they just want a friend. You could be somebody's friend on Rent-A-Friend. It's crazy, right? You could do online transcription. You can teach English as a second language. People are going over to Dubai and making 6 figures teaching English as a second language. You could be a fake patient for doctors in training. I don't know if I would do that though. No rookie. I don't want nobody making no rookie mistake on me, but that's something that you could do. Just like you donate blood, you can go be a fake patient. You could create a training. Now, this is what I was talking about, Justin. Justin Burns is the CEO of Maestro, Maestro. Maestro is a training platform. If you've heard of other training platforms that you put your trainings on. So if you go to my trainings, I have online trainings. They're on a platform. Justin Burns, Maestro, Black owned, brother, super brilliant. He has a platform that you could put all of your trainings on. And so now you get paid. So let me tell you, you have something that you do very well that a lot of people don't do well, and you don't even think anything of it because it comes so natural to you. There is something that you do. So when I wrote this book on credit, I knew credit up and down. I studied credit. I was obsessed with credit. I love credit. Credit did something to me, right? I loved, I studied it. I analyzed it, took training. I become a certified credit expert, all these skills. And so I was just able to blur. I used to do these things called credit parties where I invite people in. It was like a Tupperware party and I'll teach credit. I just loved credit. And so I used my intellectual property, the thing that I did very well, that I knew very well. I created online training. I have an online training program. If you go to My Wealth Roadmap, if you go to mywealthroadmap.com, you'll see all of my trainings. Justin Burns, Maestro, has a platform where you can put all of your trainings. But here's the thing. There is something that you do well. Okay. I don't know if any of you guys know Lisa Nichols. Lisa Nichols, she's my mentor. And she was my coach. And I was in one of her trainings. I was part of her global leadership program. And we were having a session one day, and she was teaching speaking. And I was like, you need to be doing this. This is what you need to be doing. And she was like, people would pay for it? I was like, absolutely. And she was like, well, how much would you pay for it? And I threw out a number. And the number was, for me, it was reasonable, but everybody in the class was mad at me because it was a little higher than what they wanted to pay. But one of the things she said was, because speaking comes so easy to me, I didn't think that anyone would value it. And now she's one of the best speakers in the world, one of the most sought after speakers in the entire world. She's spoken on every continent in the world. And she didn't think that it was valuable because it was a gift for her, right? It came easy. So then she came up with a speaking program that was one of her signature best programs, teaching people how to speak. What is it that you do very well that you don't think is valuable? I remember when I was teaching a class to my agents, and I'm teaching this class and blah, and I'm not even thinking, like, I'm very techie, right? So I have a technical, I used to be in IT, so I'm very technical. I was teaching them how to do something. And I was like, my 12-year-old daughter, my daughter's 22 now, 24. And I was like, my 12-year-old daughter, she can do it, blah, blah, blah. So I'm just going on and on and on. And couple weeks later, I'm asking my agents, did you do it? And they're like, no. And I'm like, lazy as shit. What the hell? And so my partner at the time, she said, Constance, have you considered that just because it comes easy to you, it doesn't come easy to them? And I'm like, what? And in my mind, it wasn't anything that I thought was valuable because it came so easy to me. And I ended up creating a training around it, and it sold. A lot of people purchased this training because it was something that people didn't understand how to do. But for me, I didn't find it valuable because it came easy to me. So there is something, you have some kind of intellectual property that you have in your mind that comes easy to you, that you can actually monetize and make money on it when you're sleeping. I have online training programs. They add value to people. They are great. They are transformational. They are life-changing. If you go on my Instagram page, you'll see some testimonials that I put up today. If you go to Amazon, you can look at the reviews on my books. People say this book literally saved my life. I did it because I just wanted to add value. Somebody saying that I saved their life is absolutely amazing, right? So if you could do something that comes easy to you, that changes and transforms somebody's life in some way, oh my God. Les Brown is a close friend of mine, right? I was at somewhere with Les Brown. We were at a conference or somewhere. And this guy comes up, and he wasn't even part of the conference. We were at the Gaylord in Florida. This is years ago. We were at the Gaylord, and this guy just happens to walk by, and he was like, "Oh my God, are you Les Brown?" And he was like, "Yes." He was like, "You saved my life." He said, "I was going to commit suicide, and I listened to you, and it changed my life." And I thought to myself, wow. And that was really inspirational for me, because I thought, wow, this was about 12 years ago, maybe. I said, wow, what a life to have, to be able to save people that you don't even know, to be able to transform and change people's lives that you don't even know. And had he been stuck in his own, I'm dyslexic, I'm functionally mentally retarded, this is what he says. If he would have stayed stuck in that, millions of people's lives wouldn't be changed as a result of him walking in his purpose. That's what encouraged me to walk in my purpose. And so hopefully today I encourage you to walk in your purpose, because there are people out there that need whatever gift that you have. So you can monetize your intellectual property, that thing that you have in here, and create something that brings value to other people, and you would actually monetize. You should be monetizing. You should be making money. Absolutely. It's your gift, but you should be monetizing. Gouging. If you were putting out something that wasn't adding value, then that would be wrong. That would be immoral. But if you're putting out something that's adding value to people's lives and you get paid from it, you should be. So I just want to encourage you today, make sure you are in some way adding value to someone's life. What else? You can write a book. Now, y'all, ChatGPT has made it so easy for people to write books. You can write a book, you could sell it, and you can get paid from it. You could probably write a New York Times bestseller. Mine ain't a New York Times, but mine is a Amazon bestseller. That means I've sold a lot of copies. Absolutely. You could look at the reviews. There are hundreds of reviews. I've sold a lot of copies. But what is that thing inside of you that maybe you might be changing lives? Maybe it's a training course. You can go to Maestro, set up your training course. Maybe it's a book. Maybe it's an Audible. Maybe it's a podcast. Maybe it's something. But don't feel, I be out here rapping. Y'all see, I'm out here rapping, y'all.
Yeah, we got you. I heard that you've been shopping.
Right? I'm out here rapping. I'm 47 years old. I'll do anything because I'm not afraid. I don't care about looking dumb. I care about changing lives. I care about helping people. You got to get out of that fear of what everybody's going to think about you. I'm going to look stupid. I didn't look stupid many a times. I don't care, because somebody else's life might be depending upon me showing up. And so I do what I do, not for me, but for other people. Off my soapbox. Write a book. It's not hard to do. Get into real estate. Real estate is a way that you can make a lot of money, or insurance is a way that you can make a lot of money. Crazy thing is, I have an insurance license. Crazy thing is, I ain't really even study for the insurance license. A couple years ago, I'll tell y'all a secret. Don't be telling nobody, okay? A couple years ago, I had one of my agents do all the pre-training. So I'm like, I got to get I got to get my license, my insurance license. And so I had one of my agents. I was like, hey, I'll pay you a couple $100. Go ahead and go through the course for me, because she had already had her insurance license. This is not good. Don't do this. I'm telling y'all something. I did. Don't do it. But so when I moved out here, I was like, okay, I need to get my licenses. So I'm licensed. I have a broker's license in DC, Maryland, Virginia. You know, as I'm building my stuff, you know, myself out here to prepare, you know, do business. You know, I have my mortgage company. You know, I'm licensed in Maryland, and let me get my insurance license. Now I was like, damn, I studied for it. I did the little crash courses, but I did not think I was going to pass because I was failing every crash course. So I went ahead and took the insurance license and I passed, and I was surprised. I was like, what? I couldn't believe it. It was super simple. How many lives could I change? Now, I don't operate in the insurance business where I'm selling life insurance, but I have a partner that I send referrals to, and she helps people in that way. But insurance license is another way for me to I forgot about that. Another revenue stream. But I'm helping people. I'm helping them to establish. I have money that comes in. I have money in IUL. I have my own bank, right? In my insurance, where it's generating compounded interest. It gives me life insurance, and it gives me the ability to have a bank where I can borrow from it instead of borrowing from the bank, and it's generating more interest. Check this out. By me putting your money in the bank, and I did an illustration for the ladies in Net 7 a few weeks ago. Putting your money in the bank, say you had $10,000. The bank interest rate is 0.23%. In 5 years, you have made $60. In that 5 years, the bank would have made $4,000, somewhere around there, from your money, because they are investing it in engines that are generating compounded interest. But you take that same money, you take it out the bank, you put it in a vehicle that's generating compounded interest. Now that $4,000 is yours in 5 years instead of the $60. Banks are ripping you off. You need to take your money out the bank. I digress. That insurance money, that's another revenue stream. That's a way for you to earn extra money because you're helping people, giving these products that are helping them make more money, helping change their lives, their families' lives, their legacies. And it's also a way for you to earn extra money. Dope, right? So there are so many things that you can do. My point of coming on here today, you guys, was to give you that inspiration of, I want you to really, at the end of the day, walk in your purpose. I want you at the end of the day, do what it is that God has called you to do, but I'm trying to give you the foundation to do it. There are so many people who have gotten their LLCs, COVID gurus. They got y'all to get y'all LLCs. I bet everybody on this live got an LLC right now because somebody on Instagram told you to get an LLC, but it's not generating any revenue. It's not. And so when you're building your business, I want to make sure that you have sustainable businesses that are generating income. And one of the things that I do is I coach Black women all over the country. I have this thing called the Net 7 Collective where I help Black women, because if you saw my TED Talk, I got a TED Talk too. Ethel, or whatever your name is, I said I was being arrogant. I got a TED Talk too, and it has 430,000 views or something like that. I got a TED Talk. I did that too. Yes, I did. But it's called Google That Shit. And it's about closing the wealth gap. And actually, it's one of the best TED Talks that I've seen in my life. But it's called Google That Shit. But really, I talk about ways to close the wealth gap, because in 2017, Forbes magazine said that Black median wealth was going to be a 0. Yeah. While white wealth increased, our wealth is decreasing. But I see a trend happening because I see a lot more entrepreneurs. I see a lot more people stepping out and doing their own businesses. You have the power of the internet. You have the power right here, more power than that you have in the palm of your hand than when they put the man on the moon. You have all of that. You got all of that. You got access. You got Google. You can Google that shit. You can Google anything. You can come to me and I can coach you. I can give you step-by-step instructions of how to get there. I do that too. You have all of these resources. There's nothing that should be holding you back. So my goal is to help our people close the wealth gap. And my contribution to closing the wealth gap is through Black women. Black women, we are the most educated. We are the most spiritually aligned. We are, right? So we are the ones that are, 85% of us are in churches and mosques and synagogues. We're at these conferences and we're doing personal development at a rate that men aren't. I go to conferences and 90% of the people there are women. We are pouring into ourselves at a rate that nobody else is. And so I want to help us to be able to do that. My contribution to closing the wealth gap is through Black women. And so I have the Net 7 Collective where I take Black women from all over the country, from all walks of life. In our current cohort, we have women who range from people who are just starting off as entrepreneurs to folks who are, you know what? Let me show you something. To folks who are PhDs and everybody in between. And it's beautiful because they all contribute in a meaningful way. And it's so dope. Let me show y'all something real quick. Let me show y'all something. I put my daughter and I were on here last Wednesday, and then we just kind of randomly started talking about the Net 7 Collective. And my daughter is in it, and she is only 23 years old. But let me just show you real quick what she had to say. Let me share my screen. Ooh, y'all can't be seeing all my stuff. But let me show you real quick what my daughter had to say. Can you hear it? You can't hear it. Let me go back.
Like every time.
Oh, wait a minute.
I mentioned and my goal is
to
I actually really like Net 7. Like every time, every Wednesday, I feel like I have like a little therapy session.
really.
Yeah, like I go to bed with like just positive and good thoughts because everybody's on high notes. I haven't told you this, but like, yeah, look at this video. This is the last call. They were so in high spirits. This is 30 seconds.
As she said, become obsessive, and then you'll just attract the ideas to yourself.
Just do it and figure it out. Beta now, better later.
And you go to bed like, yeah, I'm going lunch. Okay, you like, yeah, beta now, better later. Tomorrow I'm like, yeah. Then wake up ready to conquer the world. Yeah, that's why I just be loving it. Yeah. I be feeling like that when I wake up in the morning. You need that. I love it. Beta now, better later. We do not sit on them ideas. I actually...
That was so cool. So so everybody from all walks of life just gets so much fulfillment out of it. And I'm extremely happy with the results. Basically what I've done is I've taken what I did in my real estate company, because building the largest Black-owned real estate firm in California, you have to be a leader and not a boss. I'm not a leader. I'm not a boss. I'm a leader. A leader builds other leaders. And so I'm developing and building these women to be able to reach all their dreams. And so we go through every week. It's a 12-week mastermind. It's a 12-week program where I take these women through different ways so that they could build and collaborate and connect. The thing I love the most about the Net 7 Collective, though, is that they are able to contribute. And when I see stuff like Wednesday. Let me tell you about what happened Wednesday. One of the ladies was like, I want to be a comedian. Okay. That came out of nowhere. And one of the other ladies was like, okay, I know a writer on Saturday Night Live. I'm going to reach out to them now and I'm going to connect you with them. Right. And so even before we were done with the meeting, the writer from Saturday Night Live had gotten back with her and she made that connection. That was super cool. But things like that happen all the time. So the resource doesn't just come from me, because everybody has their gifts and their talents and things that they bring. And so they collaborate. That's what's dope about the Net 7 Collective. And so it's not about Constance Carter. It's about the entire collective. So my daughter had, she at 24 years old, she loves it. Here's one of the other.
It has been a privilege and an honor to be part of this cohort. Constance has done an amazing job at placing systems to allow us to understand how to prosper in our businesses. We have strategically taken the time each week to come together to understand how to build a business, how to brand a business, how to use real estate, how to use life insurance. We have bonus days where there are speakers who come and they share their stories and their goals and their successes. We have an accountability coach that I have learned to realize that she really is like a best friend to me. It has been an amazing journey. I have grown so much. Now all my fears are now my strengths.
Bringing out the best in Black women. I love it. Tell y'all, I go to sleep so happy and so on a high, but sometimes I be telling them ladies because they don't want to get off the phone or get off the Zoom, and I be like, listen, I got to go to bed, y'all, and don't nobody call me afterwards. But it's such an amazing experience, and I'm just happy to be a part of it. I'm happy to be the creator of it, but it's nothing without them. And I'm very intentional about that. And I teach them concepts and tools, and I give them all of those things. But then I show them how to operate inside that. So then it creates this, it gives space to create this environment, to a very collaborative and synergistic environment. And so I love it. I love it. It's very rewarding, but very fulfilling. And it's my purpose work. So if you're interested at all in joining the cohort. We're on cohort 2, sold out. Cohort 1, sold out. Cohort 3 is coming up, and I still have a few spots left. And if you are interested in being a part of the Net 7 Collective Cohort 3, go to bookwithconstance.com. Bookwithconstance.com. And then somebody said, what about the men? Y'all got all these brothers on here telling y'all stuff, helping y'all. Like, I just want to help the women. It doesn't mean I don't want to help the men, but I do have what's called the gym membership, the Grow Your Money. Y'all see this? Grow Your Money, Don't Blow Your Money. I have the Grow Your Money Club, which is a private membership group that I go in there. I teach. It's not as intensive as the Net 7 Collective, but you do get an opportunity to ask questions, and we build and we collaborate, and I bring my friends in there too to come and speak to you. So if you are interested in the gym or the Grow Your Money Club, go to growyourmoney.club, and that's for the brothers. I just don't have a cohort specifically for Grow Your Money. I'm putting that in there. I don't have a cohort specifically for men, but from what I've seen, honestly, I don't see men investing in themselves in the way I see women. And so even if I open it up for men, how many men would actually show up, right? Why would disrupt the balance and the ecosystem of what we have and say, oh, it's for everybody. And then, certain women might not want to come because they may want a sacred place for women. And I'm not a man. I can't speak to issues of men, but I certainly can speak to issues of women, specifically Black women. You know why? Because I am a Black woman, born a natural Black woman. So anyways, it's Friday. I'm on here longer than I wanted to be, but I appreciate you guys for hanging with me for so long. Y'all was on here. All the people who had positive things to say, I love you. All the people who had negative things to say, I love you too. Keep watching, keep sharing, keep growing. Make sure you subscribe to Constance Carter. Told y'all, I'm on a bunch of platforms. Shout out to Boyce Watkins for allowing me to be on his platforms because he has millions of followers. But your girl on my YouTube page, I only got like 3,000 subscribers, and I be getting like 2 views on my videos. So go over there to YouTube at CC the CEO and subscribe to my page and watch from my page as well. Follow me on Facebook. I am Constance Carter. That page is cool. Got about almost 100,000 followers. And then on my Instagram page, I'm about 32,000 followers. But follow me on Instagram as well. I am Constance Carter. All I want to do, you guys, brothers and sisters, is add value to your life. Because that African proverb that says, if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, we have to go together. I'm here to help bring everyone along, and I'm part of that journey with you. So tap in with me, and I'm trying to give you as many resources as I can that I know. And I only know what I know. I don't know everything, and I'm very clear that I don't know everything. But I do know some things, and the things I do know, I know very well. So you guys take care. God bless, and have a fantastic week.